Hi, everybody. I'm Kevin. I'm here. I'm the GM. I'm going to bring you the most twisted of twists tonight, and this is Live from Beyond. These are the players. Players, should go down the line. Give us a little intro.
My name's Andrew. I'll be playing Amir Haddock, the ex-Mossad agent, who would willingly give his life for his country, but is now worried he might be a little over his head.
All right. My name is Kim. I will be playing Mika Reyes, CIA agent, current CIA agent, like Amir, who apparently has abandoned his previous life completely. She's a accomplished martial artist.
Hey everybody, my name is Alex. I'm going to be playing Tony Zacapa, a freelance infiltrator.
Hello, I'm Nick, and I am playing the wonderful and illustrious New Zealandish Oliver Constantine, who is the current keeper of the Fazora.
And I'm Aaron, and I'll be playing William Pembroke, the spy master from London. Here to help out any way that I can.
Very nice. Ooh, I like it. I like it. There's going to be a little bit of a battle here. It seems like
Never.
Accent off?
a little accent battle. Oh, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So if you guys remember, so we're playing The Distant Shore. This is a game that is currently about spies and spy intrigue. We've got 3 rules for every session. First one is that the PCs are cool. They drive sports cars. They drink martinis that are stirred because that is the correct way to make a martini.
When you're a spy.
Well, all the time. If you're not an idiot. The second rule is that you guys trust no one. I don't want to have a lot of inter-party intrigue, but beyond that, you guys can have secrets from each other. I mean, I don't have any inter-party combat really, but anything short of that, I think you guys can have secrets from each other. You can certainly have secrets from the people who are ostensibly your friends or commanders or whatnot. And the last rule, as we saw in the first session, in Spades perhaps, is that there is cinematic action. You guys are going to be driving your Lamborghinis off drawbridges, or that are like coming up, and you're going to fly over, and there's going to be helicopters and speedboats and all kinds of stuff like that.
The implied fourth rule is that no one is safe.
If John Luigi isn't safe, then who is actually safe?
This is why he killed a guy in the first session, just to make everybody know.
Yeah, just so you could just
lay down the law.
Yeah, well, this is like prison. When the first day you got to kill a guy just to make everybody know that
You mean business.
You're serious.
Yeah, you're serious, not to be fucked with. Okay, so the last session. Let's move this a little bottom down a bit.
I got it.
Why don't Alex? What do you think you can give us a little recap?
Sure thing.
Okay.
All right, so last session we managed to, from where we left off from the first session, we were flying on our way to Monte Carlo. Is that correct?
Monaco, yes.
Monaco. Sorry. Close enough. Flying to Monaco, and we were to check into try to get into the hotel and find out where there was going to be an exchange made of the pink diamond for something that the secret organization Altos was trying. They were trading. There's a trade going to happen for the very rare and expensive pink diamond for something, and the organization that hired us did not know exactly what it was, but they knew it was going to be bad if Altos managed to get their hands on it. So we were to go down and try to figure this out. So when we got to the hotel, we managed to check on the same floor as David Azir, who's a millionaire. These are the people that were, I guess, suspected in.
Wait, you're glazing over how we got to the hotel.
Alright, so in very cool fashion, we jumped out of the airplane with 2 parachutes among 3 people, so think about that one.
That's super cool.
We were unceremoniously dumped in the ocean.
Yes,
Dunked
exactly.
in the ocean, picked up by some fishing boat, even though it was there for us. The fishing captain wasn't that cool, so we just kind of gonna glaze over that part.
I remember the rules. The PCs are cool.
Yeah.
Not the fishing captain.
He was really cramping our style, so we just wanted to fast forward with that part. So we climbed out of the ocean. We made our way to the casino or to the hotel. Flirted with some check-in people. Managed to get a room. Went upstairs, and now we were sharing the floor with three. There's three groups of people on that floor. They're like fancy suites that I guess we thought that they're most likely suspects to be involved in this, because we don't know who's involved in anything, but we were also warned that there's going to be competing spy agencies as well present. So we just wanted to to figure that out. So we kind of made a couple of plans. Mika was going to pretend to be a housemaid and ended up having to talk and lie her way through a lot in order to get a housemaid outfit and a badge that she was then able to use to get a cleaning car on our floor and try to get to the rooms. But during her cleaning, Mika noticed that one of the doors was open to a room where there was people like sleeping inside. So Tony Zaccapa's skills were called upon to sneak in there and figure things out. But you know what they say. If you want to hear God laugh, tell him your best laid plans. And as Tony snuck into the room, the person there woke up, so Tony had to real quick do some coke and drink some liquor to make sure. Just real quick, the room was strewn with partygoers, and in order to fit in, Tony had to take one for the team and pretend that he was also one of the partygoers. And in the
As
end,
one
was
does.
it?
As
Tough.
one does.
You know,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Pacifying the awake people and doing a little bit of lying and cocaine and liquor, Tony was able to retrieve an email from Dario Areco, who is a Italian race car driver. He was super drunk, but he had an email on his phone which read, "Our friend the archaeologist said he's bringing the diamond tomorrow. Meet me in the flower bar at midnight." And Tony was like, "I'm not sure, I'm pretty high, but this might seem important." So we forwarded that email. And at the same time, in the adjourning room, Mika was going through James Akin, who is a famous producer. She was going through his room, doing the whole, I'm a cleaning lady, I'm sneaking around doing my thing, at the same time going through wallets. And guess what she found?
What?
French Special Forces ID tag. What?
GIG.
And guns. Oh my god, that was
Lots of
crazy. Also, the person who James Akin, fake Akin, right? He apparently was there with an actress that Mika meant, Diana Westwind, who also happened to be crying and look all sorts of messed up, and Mika just kind of left her alone, but that's something for us to check back on. But in the meantime, this flower bar at midnight, that's where things are going down.
It's like I was there. Well done.
Like I was there too.
I don't feel like I was there.
So we're right now. So
Oliver-
we're back in like our own suite, right? We have.
Oh, hold on,
the
I'm
email.
sorry. I'm going to interrupt real quick. Oliver was in charge of hacking the crap out of everything. Things weren't really going his way. We're trying to do a few hacks, and in the end, he was the only one that managed to get Tony back to the room without Tony passing out with the partygoers. So that's important to note.
To his credit.
To
Somebody's
his
got to do
credit.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
He beat the hardest boss of all, addiction.
oh, wow.
All right, and the stream is ended.
Serious. That's
Sorry that
serious
you
there.
watched, guys.
Cheers.
All right,
Apologies.
so like you said, there's you're back in the room. I guess Tony, you've awakened now. I guess you guys have your earpieces back in, but
Yeah,
you receive a message. Make sure I've got the right names here. It says, well, give me a second. It says, Antino, come in. This is Thermopylae.
We're here.
Says, the director has a message for you. Should be on in a moment. Someone
This guy's
come
got
on.
to announce the director. She can't just come on and talk.
Announce the announcements? Just make the announcement.
Prepare for an announcement.
Says, Antietam unit, be aware we've assigned an additional agent to your squad. You're to meet him downstairs in the lobby in an hour. His
Maybe it's
His
just that
code-
French Special Forces guy.
his code name is Napoleon. You should be able to recognize, or he should be able to recognize you. Just make sure you have someone there. He's an expert in infiltration, and I think he'll be able to aid you greatly in the upcoming mission.
We have so many infiltration experts. This is the best.
The director says, "I understand that, Tony, but I believe this man's skills will come in particular use."
The more the merrier.
We'll see, I guess. But it's like
Ocean's
midnight right
12
now, right?
in here.
Yeah, it is.
No. It can't be midnight.
No, not the midnight that we're
Well,
talking
no, it's like in the
about.
morning, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
the
super
middle of the
morning.
day.
24
Because it
hours
was like-
until meet
It's like
time.
9
like-
in the morning.
So we have 24 hours until the meeting.
Less.
Yeah,
Yeah, less. Than
well-
that, but yeah,
Well,
It's like- it's-
it's midnight tonight, right?
it's way tonight. Yeah, that the meeting.
Okay,
is.
hold on.
So
Hold
we've
on,
like
so-
18 hours.
Guys,
So currently, it's about 5-6 in the morning.
Right.
No, because I started doing like cleaning rounds at like 8 a.m.
Oh.
So it's probably
Okay,
like
you're right.
9 in the morning.
Yep.
Okay.
okay, so it's 9 in the morning.
No, it was early in the morning, and now it is right. Well, you started doing cleaning rounds before it like made sense to do cleaning rounds, but
That's
you're
what I
right.
thought.
It is like 9 in the morning.
It's, yeah.
I mean,
It's
I
in
don't
the
think
morning.
you're planning to clean the whole floor, right, Kim? So,
Whatever.
so what-
Wait,
No, I mean, all I did was I think I knocked on the actress's door and she was like there, and I asked her if I should come back. And she said yes. I let it go. I saw the open door and called you, and then I went to the producer's room and quote unquote cleaned it. And then you went in and partied with the race car driver, and I
clean
think
that with my nose.
sure. And now we're meeting up back in our own suite, so it can be much more than an hour later, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
To Tony, it feels like an eternity. But
It's literally been days.
Very slow.
So,
So
anyway,
anyway,
late tonight is the thing. That's the point.
so yeah, we have like 18-ish hours until the meetup. So the question is, who's the archaeologist, and can we perhaps intercept him and use him,
Or her.
or her?
can you check your FBI contacts? Maybe there is an archaeologist on record as an alias.
My FBI contacts?
He's CIA.
Oh, CIA. Apologies. Whatever. All you
No,
Americans
but
are the same.
He wanted you to use your FBI contacts. He doesn't want you to use your CIA contacts. That would give away your location.
Why
Why
would
don't
the
you call your friend at the
FBI know
FBI?
anything about an archaeologist in Monaco?
Don't take it personally.
I don't know. I guess since this,
I mean, we also-
this
we
diamond
have,
is
like,
fairly
this-
famous, right? If some archaeologist is attached to it, maybe it's public
I want to
record.
look for Napoleon.
Yeah, we should go down
Okay,
to
yeah.
Napoleon.
That's fine. Go get him.
All right, I put on my sunglasses, and put on the robe that I take from the room because it seems way comfier than the clothes that I was wearing.
All right.
Hotel infiltrated.
Yeah.
Good job.
Tony's nursing a 64-ounce
You look just
Gatorade
like
as
a
he comes
kid.
down to the lobby with sunglasses on at 10 in the morning. It's like, God damn it.
I fit in with the rich and famous. Now, where's my wardrobe money that I plan to blow at the casino? Thermopylae?
All right. Thermopylae says there's a package waiting for you at the front desk. It should have $10,000 in cash.
That's it.
Solid $6,000 in cash. All right, I head on down to.
Yeah,
I had
it
a-
should be noted that we have super classic spy resources. We just have people we can call up and be like, we need money, we
Yes.
need item, we need a hotel room booked for us,
Yes.
things like that. So
Yeah.
So, Napoleon.
Okay, yeah. So I head on down to the lobby, but before I don't know what Napoleon looks like, so I'm just gonna go for see if that girl from last night is still there.
Okay. So you walk down. You see that she's still on the desk. She She doesn't seem to notice you as you walk down, as the elevator doors open.
It's the infiltrator training.
Right.
So sneaky.
So, all right. Well,
Not-
then
not
I like.
always good.
I quickly look in like the elevator like reflection and like comb my hair and like I'm still in a bathrobe, so that's not like as cool. But I try to make it cool, like
Yeah.
open up the bathrobe a
You
little
try
bit.
to rock it. You try to rock
Yeah.
it.
Succeed because you're cool.
Okay.
It's true.
You
And
pull
I,
a little tuft of.
well, I like take a
just
quick
there.
look around, and if there's any like empty or half empty like champagne flutes or something, I'll like grab
you
one.
should
and not-
grab some half-drunk champagne flute. That is not cool. That's like not a cool thing.
But if
I
it
like-
makes it look cool, it is.
No, I'm not gonna drink it. It's just for the look, Kevin.
It's what they call hobo chic.
Yeah. All
In a
right.
bathrobe.
No, that's fine. Yeah, there is definitely a half-drunk champagne. There's a full champagne flute.
Yeah, all right.
there. Somebody
like-
must have left it.
All right, I like grab it and head on over to the front desk.
Okay. She notices you. She says, "Oh, Tony, right?"
That's right. It's because I just for the rest of the group, I chose not to disguise my name because Tony's not really my real name. So
Okay, fair enough.
I figured just roll with it.
It's
Um,
Anthony.
San Antonio.
Mika,
What if,
Mika,
what if
come on.
Napoleon sees this display and decides not to join the group?
Yeah.
I hope so, for his own good.
All right.
All right, so I look at her. I was like, well, I hear you have a package for me because I have a package for you.
Yeah, she like looks confused and like starts to blush for a second and says, "Oh yes, of course, sir, of course." And she hands you like a fat envelope.
And then she asks you what package you have for her, expectantly.
All right, I like go into the I like
It's not
open
your-
it up.
It's not your fanfic.
I open it up and like take out whatever bill I grab onto first, and I just like slide across. I say thanks a lot. By the way, anybody come looking for me?
Okay, yeah,
last night?
it's 100, and she says, "No, I
like-
don't think so."
I have like 99 of those left.
Don't tell her. Well, just then you can see out of the glass front doors of the windows of the hotel. Like the whole first floor is just covered in the whole. The front wall is all windows. A vehicle pulls up. Why don't you describe to us, Aaron, what it looks like?
So the vehicle that pulls up is clearly a Lincoln Town car. Beautiful car. Very old money, classy kind of car. Not ostentatious, but cool in the way that people who know they are just better than you.
Well,
is
Monaco,
cool.
that's a nice import
Right.
in Monaco.
Monaco, right? Yeah, exactly. And the driver gets out and comes around the side to open the door for the elderly gentleman who steps out the side. He looks like he's mid-50s. He's kind of nondescript, got sandy hair, nice close-cropped beard, and he's wearing a beautiful, clearly bespoke three-piece tailored suit. And he makes his way through the door and takes a quick look around the lobby and sees Tony and wanders over towards Tony and says, "Hello, Antietam?"
I say, "Whoa, hey, all right." I look around to make sure that I don't know. Is this girl paying attention?
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, right upstairs, 23rd floor. What's your name, buddy?" And I like reach out, shake his hand.
Shake hands, and I say, "My name is Bonaparte."
I say, "All right, hey, you want a drink?" And I like offer him the flute. I was like, "Well, you know what? We got plenty more upstairs." And I look back at her. I was like, "Thanks a lot. We'll be seeing you around."
Also, the stuff upstairs is actually our
Yes, of course,
alcohol.
sir. All right, sure. And so William is what? What does he look like?
Like I said, he's kind of middle height, nondescript, sandy hair, close cropped beard. Looks relatively well put together, but not necessarily anything that's outstanding that would make you remember him. He'd kind of fit into a crowd, other than looking like he's very posh.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
On the elevator right up, I talked to Napoleon, and I say, "You remind me of my father."
Well, that's an interesting thing to say. Was your father also French?
French.
It's a battle.
I do love the way you were able to switch between accents. And no, he was not. He was not French, but I didn't believe you were French either.
Well, I'm sorry to have failed on that count then, but hopefully I'll do better going forward.
I mean, maybe a little. I kind of lied a little.
I'm just jealous that he got a fucking code name.
Well, we can't all
can
have
make-
everything, can we?
You can make up your own, Nick. And so I end up bringing. Also, I ask whether I should actually call you Napoleon.
No, that's totally unnecessary. You can call me William.
Oh, William. I like that name.
Thank you, I like it as well.
All right. So I take William back to the room, and seeing that, I assume Amir was kind of with us the whole time, Kevin, sort of.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, yeah. That's,
All right, and so I bring William back in. I was like, guys, this is William. William, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Lovely to meet you all. I'm William Pembroke. I've been helping MI6 for a number of years now with intelligence gathering and things of the like. May I know to whom I'm speaking within Antietam?
So a roughly 6 foot, athletic built, dark man stands, and he's wearing a brown leather jacket, almost it's like a polka dot, but you can see it's actually a print of Hawaiian palm trees, button down shirt, and blue jeans with Timberland work boots. And he strides across the room and says, Amir Haddock, and extends a hand.
Good acquaintance, Amir.
All right, I guess Amika comes out of the bathroom in a bathrobe after having gotten out of her maid's uniform, and says, "Well, I guess this has got to be Napoleon." She extends a hand, says, "Agent Reyes, CIA."
William kisses her hand.
Oh.
William Pembroke, lovely to meet you. Napoleon to you, I suppose.
She like shakes her head a little bit, says, "Yeah, charmed."
Lovely.
The other person in the room is super like average looking, fair-toned man with like really mismatched clothes, like a crappy polo and then like slacks that don't match and these extremely expensive out of place dress shoes, just like not having anything to do with the rest of the outfit. The Fezora's like on a chair in the corner. I didn't whip out the Fezora yet.
the Fazora has its own room.
Yeah, so his outfit is extremely bizarre, but his face is like sharp and intelligent. And he approaches you and holds out his hand and says, "My name's Oliver. Nice to meet you."
Another member of the Commonwealth. Lovely. Where are you from exactly?
Oliver retracts his hand and just steps back slightly, impolitely. It says, "I'm from Tukaleo. It's part of New Zealand, and we're not quite in the Commonwealth these days, but I understand your error."
Well, your loss.
Yes, quite. Well, to business, shall we?
Sounds lovely to me. What's the plan?
All right. Well, if the pleasantries are over, gentlemen, is that you quickly go over like what we've gathered so far. I imagine the director brought you up to speed before they sent you along on our purpose here.
Certainly, I know the general outlines. What exactly you've discovered since I've been in transit is less obvious to me.
So I quickly share all that. So what we need to do is locate this archaeologist that supposedly has the real what was the name of the diamond? Something.
Big
Yeah,
pink diamond.
It had some actual name, but
Yeah, it's
the big diamond that we have a forgery of. I think since we have this thing, if at all possible, I imagine if we can intercept this archaeologist and take his place in this trade, that might be our best bet at luring the members of the Graph Pink. Yes, since we have this fake of the Graph Pink, if we can get to the actual archaeologist, take his place, that might be our best bet at luring in the other half of this trade. Get whatever technology it is they're peddling, and hopefully apprehend them in the process.
In Dario's email, it said our friend, the archaeologist. So maybe like our way into the archaeologist could be through Dario?
Yeah, can't we go take his phone?
Or him?
We already had his phone.
Oh, I thought. Well, we can take it and then call the man, no? Or at least call him and then triangulate where the signal's going to.
I did not think that far ahead.
See, so
Tony wasn't thinking very much at all.
taking one step back, the Graph Pink, the diamond. So we have a forgery. If
Yes.
it truly is a one of a kind, where exactly is it supposed to be kept? I imagine it's not the kind of thing that's just kind of out of circulation.
What do you mean, where's it supposed to be kept?
Where's
Usually
it like
these things are
supposed to be?
parts
It's not like
of some museum somewhere or
Oh,
part of
where
a
did it come from?
collection. Has it recently been stolen or reported stolen?
Can you figure that out, Oliver?
I'm sure our contacts back home would know something
Yo,
more than we did.
We could ask Thermopylae.
Kevin, you're muted.
Kevin, you're muted.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so you hear your earpiece perk up. You hear Thermopylae. He comes over the comms. He says, "Yes, I'll check into it right away. But I can tell you, as far as I know, that the Graph Pink has not been reported stolen. It is privately owned. It is the most valuable privately owned precious stone in the world.
By whom?
Lawrence Graff.
Oh, well. There
That
you
makes
go.
sense.
Who's
Fair
that?
enough.
He's precious gems magnate. So it was once owned by Harry Winston, sold by Sotheby's auctioneers in Geneva in 2010, sold for $46 million.
And they renamed it the Graph Pink?
Probably
I
renamed
believe
it.
so.
All right.
Well, if you pay $46 million for it, I guess you have the right to name it. Right?
Yeah, probably.
Call it whatever you want.
And what was the nickname of the man we are looking for? The archaeologist or the architect?
Archaeologist.
Archaeologist.
Well, we're not sure if it's a nickname. He could actually.
Well, he's just
be an
referred to
archaeologist.
as the friend, or friend the
Our friend, the
archaeologist.
archaeologist.
Right.
Is the archaeologist capitalized in the email?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
Wait, they were up partying until 6 a.m.?
Roughly.
Okay.
they were already done partying.
All right, I'll just go up to their room and walk in. No? They're probably all asleep and hungover, and
Yeah,
When
yeah.
we last left them, they were.
let's just take his phone. Mika, you have the outfit?
It was suggested,
you-
but rejected.
What do you want to do with the phone?
Take a deeper look, find out if we can contact the architect or the archaeologist, and maybe figure out where he's staying.
Well, what did we get off of it?
Only the email, right?
Email.
Just the one
I
email?
mean, Tony,
Well, I
you
think
gave
he,
it
like,
once over. You
Yeah,
think
he like
that was-
skimmed through the
Okay.
emails, I think, and like saw
Yeah.
that, but he didn't deep dive into it.
Are
Yeah, I
we
mean,
sure
go get
that's
it if you want.
that's
got
the
all
best way
day.
forward? Yeah, we have all day.
Whether there are any archaeologists connected to Lawrence Graff?
Yeah, that's the way I thought we might go before we make too many intrusions into these rooms. I don't want to put them on edge. We'd like them all to feel very comfortable about their meet tonight, since we know about it.
Well,
Don't
plus,
want to spook them and cause them to reschedule.
plus we have the special forces from other agencies here, so.
Yeah,
we
we'll
know
deal
when
with
them-
those. We'll deal with those separately. I think the trick is to make sure that this little meet goes ahead as planned. If we can get some intel on the archaeologists and see if we can use them first, then great. If not, we know where the meet is going to go down. We can be there.
Didn't the director say we can like also capture like a person? That would be like totally cool too.
Well,
Yes.
preferably we take everybody involved into custody, and specifically the tech that these guys are peddling.
Yes, definitely the technology is of greatest interest. But
On a little bit of a meta note, Kevin, do any of our pools get replenished from session to session, or do we still have to use the recovery stuff?
Yeah, you got to use recovery rolls, but I think at some point it's not going to be interesting to make recovery rolls. If it's been like a day, you can refresh
well,
them.
like the first time we refreshed everything, right? Because we were on the plane for like 10 hours or something.
Right, yeah.
There's some point at which you get one every like hour, and then 10 hours, and then something like that. They're like
Yeah.
4 levels of recovery rolls or something.
Yeah, I think it's like 10 minutes, an hour, 10 hours.
I guess I used my 10-minute one last round. I'll use my 1-hour one now
That's
because I
fine.
need to replenish my instruments.
Yeah, I need to replenish my might as well.
And really quick,
I-
the archaeologist is meeting at the bar tonight,
At midnight, yeah, the
At
flower
midnight.
bar.
and he's meeting
Which we determined is on the second floor? Is that what you said?
It's in the private area of the Monte Carlo Casino.
Oh.
Do we have access to that?
We have
Not
money.
as yet.
And it's like a invite-only place?
Yes, very exclusive.
The private area or the casino?
They're
Well,
like bar on the top floor, right? Where
it is a very, very expensive casino, but this is like the elite area of this is very expensive.
Well, regardless of what we do with the archaeologist, we need access to that room. So perhaps 2 of us should go show up to the casino with a lot of cash and pose as high rollers, needing to stay the night.
Well, I don't know. We have 10,000.
Would 10,000 be anywhere near enough?
No,
I don't know
I-
if that
It's not going to be
qualifies as a
anywhere
high
close.
roller.
I was thinking closer to 100.
I don't think they'll just give you, and I'm not even sure that at this point 100,000 would be enough to seem high roller in this particular casino.
Mm.
I suspect.
By the
that
way,
they're-
the casino is it's casino hotel like combined.
Yeah.
It is like there's a courtyard, but the casino is directly on the other side of the courtyard from where you are. It's like part of the same complex. Just so.
Right. So yeah, I mean, a plan to have some people work on like how do we get into the casino, whether it's by forging, like electronically forging credentials / balances to play with, or just like getting our names on a list, or whether it's actually just like finding disguise to sneak in. That's fine.
I think the
Is this
problem
like-
with finding disguise to sneak in is I feel like the hospitality on that floor should be like I'd be surprised if like the staff don't know everybody on that floor, right, kind of thing, or at
Well,
that
it's like
party.
it's what, like a nightclub?
It's a casino. Oh, that particular area? It's like a
It's a bar.
private bar.
Lounge.
Yeah, I mean,
Private bar, casino.
I don't know.
Lounge, yeah.
Haven't you guys ever seen Ocean's 11? People didn't know that those guys didn't work there. As long as
Well,
they have like
the
a key
question
card
is-
and a uniform.
It's one thing if it's a casino, right, with a big casino floor, then you can probably blend in. But if it's like a lounge or like a small area or a nightclub, it's a little different. Right?
So I mean, yeah, it's like a bar lounge with like some like gambling tables.
Okay.
But like there's
So
like
what about-
like one roulette wheel and like one poker table or 2 poker
Like
tables.
For like $1 bajillion.
Yeah.
So I imagine the table stakes up there is probably like near unlimited, right? So maybe we need somebody who can pretend that they want to play at stakes that aren't available at the casino.
Pretend.
I could do that.
Right. Well, I mean,
mean-
what about also the basics of just like people being in the casino and understanding what entrances there are to this private area or back ways in, or what staff would be there, like how many staff there are there, or if there's a kitchen connecting it, that kind of thing. Like we should scope out the actual setup.
I don't know
but
if we
how
have
do we
time
get
for that
access?
much reconnaissance. We only have a couple hours.
We have like 15 hours.
Well, we should also worry
Well, I
about
mean,
the actual
that's
plan.
And
Fine.
5 people.
But as I'm saying, we might need to work multiple angles here, right?
Right. That's what I'm
Uh,
saying. We have so many people.
Okay.
2 people can do that.
We don't necessarily all need to be there, but I would like to have at least 3 of us maybe in the actual area. The rest of us can cover potential exits.
Worst
in
case, we allow the trade to go down and then follow the archaeologist and his entourage.
Yeah.
What's this what? Oh, sorry. My bad. What happens in the middle of the conversation? What's going on, chat?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I may be able to help us with the issue of getting into the private section of the casino. The Prince of Monaco, Albert II, owes me a favor, going rather far back to when I beat him in badminton back in our college days. The stakes were quite high, but I was willing to forgive the debt for a future favor. So I'm quite certain that I can get at least myself and one bodyguard in, and I can ask him about the possibility of extending that guard. You see, I fear for my life given my employment situation, of which he is aware.
Mr. Napoleon, what about a date? And I'll extend a hand to Mika. And your bodyguard, of course, would need to attend as well to keep you and your beloved safe.
That seems entirely reasonable. She's a bit young for me, but I don't think Albert would complain.
I really wish we could do a flashback to the badminton game. The part where William's like, Albert, someday I'll be in Monaco and I'll need a favor.
Listen, instead of all this, can we just the favor be called upon and just be like $6 million? No?
Look,
All right.
I don't know if the stakes in the badminton game were that high.
Say, Mr. Pembroke, I think that's a perfectly. I think that's a perfect plan. Why don't you give your friend the Prince a call and see if you can swing it? If you can get myself and Amir in with you, then I think we're halfway there.
I shall do just that. And William withdraws to a corner of the room and pulls out his smartphone and searches through the contacts for a little while before dialing up Prince Albert II.
Prince.
He wasn't sure if you're right. He wasn't sure if you hit it on
There's a lot of princes,
formerly
right?
known as Prince.
He is a really thick category. There are princes, there are princesses.
There's
there
like a
are
subfolder for
Yeah, can you,
subfolder for royalty.
yeah, can
It's
you
hard.
filter by title?
Yeah,
Pornhub.com.
closeness to the throne, reigning monarch. There we go.
Yeah, steps from power.
Seventh in line.
He forgot he had him listed under Monaco, comma, ruler of. So he
It
couldn't
took a
find it
long
for
time. Luckily, M is right next to P, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But
All right, so you call him up. I don't particularly want to come up with a.
There should be a scene. There should be a scene where you ask Siri to call the Prince of Monaco, and she's like, "I'm sorry, William. Did you say Prince of Morocco?"
No, God damn it, Siri!
all right,
Monaco, Monaco!
I don't want to talk to that guy again.
but anyway,
Never again!
Oh, hey! Didn't mean to call you.
But he agrees. Yeah, he can get you into the club for a night, into the exclusive room with bodyguard and your significant other. No questions asked.
He's probably relieved. He doesn't want to play another badminton game.
Yeah. Although he does mention that he's gotten much better at badminton since you last played.
Well, my shoulder and all that.
Yeah, he calls you a pussy and hangs up.
Okay, but so now that we've established that we're actually sending people as like fancy guests into the club, they're gonna need some kind of money to play with more than the 10,000 that Tony has already spent some of.
Well, it's not exclusively a casino, right? We could be going there just to lounge. Just lounge.
10,000 would
I
be
guess.
fine if you're not actually looking to gamble.
Perhaps the drinks are cheap enough for 10,000.
And besides,
Well,
William's a
sure,
gentleman. He could easily
Just
push off
put it
anyone.
on our account and have the director flip the bill.
Put it to the room.
Nice.
10,000 is only a problem if we don't win on the first go round.
I thought the 10,000 was just for tips.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That'll get you up the elevator, but then what are you supposed to do once you're inside?
all right. So it seems
Get a
like
tip, don't spend it all in one place. Yeah.
So it seems like now that we have a plan for getting into the club, there's two more important avenues. One is finding out what the one or possibly two other like special forces people are doing here, and the other is finding something out about the archaeologists, even maybe just like what he or she looks like, so we know who they are when they come in the hotel.
So it is possible to your point about the French Special Forces, that the reason that they're riding the actress's coattails is that she might have easy access to this exclusive club.
She arrived at the same time as the Special Forces guy, right? That was the point.
Sorry, say again?
Didn't she arrive at the same exact time as the Special Forces guy? Like, there was a thing that they had, like, booked their rooms, like, a week ago, but they didn't show up until, like, 2 days ago?
Yes. That's the director and the producer. The director and the actress.
And real quick, just asking a context question. So the race car driver, you saw a message between him and the archaeologist about the diamond?
Yes.
No.
What? It was on his phone.
A message between him and someone else.
Someone
saying-
else
The
talking
archaeologist.
about
saying
the
the archaeologist is coming.
Indicating that the race car driver was going to be receiving the diamond, or on the side that would be peddling the diamond. That's sort of what I'm wondering.
So
I think the
we
race
don't
car
know
driver-
how the race car driver is involved because it says meet me. He says our friend the archaeologist says he's bringing the diamond tomorrow. Meet me in the flower bar at midnight. And so we have no idea whether
Okay.
whether he's also special forces, right? Because this race car driver could potentially be other special forces or something along that line.
I got you.
We
And
don't
that
know how
came-
he's involved.
That came from the other guy on this floor, right? The what was his MO? The last guy? We didn't
David
go to his-
Azier?
Right? What was he? He was like some millionaire. Or
Millionaire.
something like that?
Billionaire, but yeah.
Some billionaire,
Millionaire.
right? He was the one that
Millionaire is not that big. I think like 30% of the population of Monaco are millionaires. It's ridiculous.
It's not some pleb, sure.
Right.
But so he's the one that sent the email to the race car driver mentioning the archaeologist. So presumably it's possible that one or both of them is French Special Forces. But then I don't know why they would be going through the whole actress bit. I think the other likelihood is that
Hold
the two
on,
of them.
Kim. The actress and the producer are separate. They're the special forces.
Yeah.
Okay? Or he is.
Well, I don't know if the actress is French
right.
Special Forces.
The producer.
might-
Sure.
Just be an excuse for the producer who is well, and I'm sure the guy is not really a producer. He's just some special agent posing as such.
It's a Renaissance.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Maybe it's just a hobby, the French Special Forces thing.
Right.
But so presumably the race car driver and this billionaire fellow work for our clandestine target, and they're the ones peddling the technology. The other thing we could try to do is get into David Azir's room and see if maybe he's keeping whatever it is they're offering in trade for the diamond there.
Yes. Good idea.
I assume
Well,
you didn't
maybe-
see
maybe-
anything of the sort in the race car driver's room?
Nope. Did not see it.
No special technology, medicines.
There was a lot of strippers and hookers and cocaine and yeah. There's a lot of that.
Just wondering, how do you distinguish between the strippers and the hookers?
Some
Where
of
do you
them
draw the line?
A practiced eye, William. A practiced eye.
Sadly, it's not something I've ever had to become an expert on.
I tried to engage them and, ask them to do their job. So,
Some of them danced, and some of them,
Danced.
yeah.
All right.
Fair enough.
So, what are you guys doing? What's the plan?
We need more information. So who has a contact we can reach out to? I'm assuming myself, Mika, or William would be the best in terms
So
of...
why don't we leave Oliver and I can maybe try to scout the billionaire's room while you guys make your way, especially since we know he's going to be down in the flower bar at that time, right? We know for sure he's going to be there at midnight.
We also still have the maid's uniform and
Yeah.
the
I could wear that.
universal
That's
key
fine.
card
That's better.
for if needed.
I'd rather have you on standby in case something goes wrong.
Oh, so I have the universal key card to his room. If somebody wants to go in there, not under the guise of cleaning it,
Well, so if we know he's going to be gone for short at midnight, why don't Oliver and I like sneak in and do like a full sweep of his room, see if we can find anything? Because we know he's going to be downstairs in the flower bar while you guys try to.
Because the whole point of going into the room is seeing if he has the technology that we, and if he's already at the flower bar, he.
Well, so one thing to I forgot to mention when Mika was starting to clean the room at like whatever 8 in the morning or 7 in the morning, he was just getting back to his room. So I think it's fair to assume that he's going to be there for a little while because he was like out all night or whatever.
Right, but even if he leaves in the evening to go to dinner or something like that, I mean, we need to not be going in there. Not only one when the technology will probably be gone, to Andrew's point, but also just when we might be needed for whatever's going down.
I don't like that plan of going in while the meeting. We might need you in a car to chase them down if they leave and things go like.
Yep.
I don't like
Anything.
that at all. I think if you're going to do it now. And you walk in and he's awake, then, oh my god, it's the wrong room, and you back out. That's fine.
Pistol whip.
Said I just don't want to do anything that might spook them.
That's true. But maybe there's we don't need to do that right now. We could also just check in with our contacts to see if, or also we could research this company to see if they've done any work with any renowned archaeologists or known university professors. I don't know.
A lot of stuff to do.
Sure,
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
guess-
For the billionaire, I
recap.
would say like either when he might be asleep in a couple of hours, or when we're like sure he's gone in the evening.
What's the guy on the radio called again?
Thermopylae?
Say, Thermopylae, can you look into David Azir's business handlings? I'm sure you guys have done this already. Does he have any contacts to any archaeologists? What is his business about, anyways?
He says, "Sure, I'll look into it immediately. I'll let you know."
All right.
Wait. So the people that are bringing the technology to trade for the diamond are saying their friend, the archaeologist, is showing up with the diamond.
Yes.
So
So
I think
they
you
could
gotta-
also be working with the
With the
archaeologists,
archaeologists.
trading for the technology.
Right.
Right,
Our friend
that's
is
a
bringing us the
possibility.
thing that we're using to trade for the stuff we're getting.
That's a
and
possibility.
some other third party is bringing the technology. We
So,
still
yeah.
don't know
why don't
that.
we check with Peter Graff's company to see if there's been any recent terminations or
Lawrence Gray. But-
Lawrence Graff, sorry, to see if there's been any recent terminations or maybe I don't know, reaching the threads here.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I feel like we're giving Thermopylae a lot to do, and I don't know
Well,
how
can't
that,
we do that?
works exactly.
Well, then you do it.
Get on the internet, whatever they call it,
All right.
That's what they call it.
the World Wide Web.
Okay.
So
how about
you're the
this?
computer
Is
man,
there-
aren't you?
Is there like a business center here where I can go and use an actual computer with a landline? That's a little.
I assume you have like some cool ass computer that like slides up your sleeve or something.
I mean, I've got my smartphone with a little extra smart, but
That's a computer.
I mean, I assume you have like a pop-out keyboard. Then, like, if you want a whole full computer, you can certainly get one. But I don't.
It's like the laser
I assume
keyboard.
you don't need one.
oh, all right,
Yeah.
fine. Assumption entered. I pull out my awesome rig. from,
Yeah, I mean, like you've got
various
like
pockets
a
and-
like a little thing that you can like clamp to the side of a table, and it shines a light on the table. that
Where
will
did you
project your
keep that
keyboard, and
thing
you
while
just,
we
like, tap
dove
on
in the water?
the desk.
It's waterproof.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Yeah, it was actually up your butt the whole time, Tony. And
Holy shit!
the fact that you
come
didn't
on.
notice is
Yeah.
testament
Come
to
on.
how much coke was in
We're
your
gonna get
system.
banned off Twitch.
I've
Right,
been
so-
infiltrated.
So Oliver, what are you looking for?
Well, the first thing I want to look for is the archaeologist.
Sure, but how are you
I'm
looking for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna start by seeing if there was an archaeologist either like in the employ of Lawrence Graff or mentioned in like the sale of the diamond to Lawrence Graff.
Okay, yeah. So there isn't. You can find that out pretty easily. Lawrence Graff brought it privately. I mean, he has a company. Doesn't really contract with archaeologists specifically.
Okay, and while I'm looking at
Archaeologist might
his-
be a code name too.
yeah, it could be.
Oh yeah,
Um, while I'm looking at his company, can I delve into anything more like what Amir was talking about, like scandals in the news, a dip in fortunes that might indicate like something had gone on internally, something
Recent
like that.
resignation or
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure, yeah. So you see that Lawrence Graff's business partner, Alfredo Giannotti, just parted ways about a week ago.
Business partners in terms of what?
Like they were business
banging. They were
partners.
just banging each other.
Somebody,
No, I mean, like, what do they do together? Like,
Can't-
what kind of business-
Can't you men
A lot of
just
shit.
business partners, Alex? Is that so hard for you to believe?
so they had a business.
two
and-
dudes having nothing but business in common? Come on.
They gotta be banging. Come on.
People are animals, man.
Wow.
All right, so
Anyway, so Alfredo Giamatti, is that what you said?
Giannotti, yeah.
Giannotti, yeah. So he and Graff just parted ways.
Yes, yes.
Maybe we could check.
So they broke up?
Is he based in Europe? Maybe we can check his Interpol to see if he's moved throughout Europe. See if he's in Monaco. Can we contact Thermopylae and see if she can contact Interpol?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Do we know what
talk
country
to her.
he's in, or he was in last?
He says it appears that Alfredo Giannotti took a plane from Italy to Monaco 2 days ago.
All right. I think we found
Some
our guy.
people
All
at
right. So
some people at Interpol know me. I don't know them.
Hashtag know me.
I don't know
So
them.
maybe
but they
can we
know
see
me.
whether he's checked in?
Yeah. Anyone want to come to the front desk and see if he's in this hotel?
Yes.
Well, I can't imagine this is the type of place where you just walk to the front desk and ask if somebody's there, and they'll say yes.
Well,
well, I
she
think
knows
we
you,
we
Tony.
were
It
able
did
to.
seem that Tony had something of a relationship going with the young lady at the front desk, so perhaps you'd have more luck than you'd expect.
Well, we pulled the registry for this floor at least last time, did we not? Through my phone.
Yeah, you were able to.
That's true. We did.
Yeah, but that wasn't like asking some poor lady at the front desk, though.
Hey, whatever's easier.
She's not going to continue being poor if you keep giving her $100 every time you see her.
It's true. It's quite fortunate, I'm sure. Anyways, Mika's gonna go down to the lobby to look for a place to buy a dress for tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So the lady at the front desk, I guess yes, the concierge.
Sure.
Yeah, so he gives you. He sort of discreetly asks, how much were you looking to spend on this dress?
I say, money's not an object.
He says, "Yes, of course, I understand." And he, writes something down on a piece of paper and slides it across the table to you and says, "If you'd like to give this to your driver, and I'm sure he'll set you up."
Merci beaucoup. I guess I'll
You
go.
be going alone, Mika?
Mika could probably kill any of you, or like probably all of you.
Or like
Yeah.
Bame.
Maybe
I
not
know.
a mirror.
Maybe not a mirror, but
Which
Gotcha.
is why I don't want all of us being without her. So
Amir's there. He could probably survive long enough for me to get back. Yeah, so I'll go. I'll grab a cab to the place.
Okay. All right. So, this cab drives up to this very expensive looking boutique. You can see that there are these very expensive looking dresses in the windows.
there's literally just the one dress. That's how fancy it is.
it's just
You
one
either
dress.
want it or you don't, Mika.
Yeah, fuck you. If you don't want this dress, get out of here.
That's the dress that they sell.
Yeah. And so I assume you walk inside and
Yeah.
as you walk in, you
arousing.
see that there's a woman standing at a desk, and she says, "Hello, can I help you?"
Say yes. Of course, my boyfriend is taking me to what was called the flower garden or something like
The
that.
flower room, yeah.
Flower.
The flower room tonight, and I must have something new to wear.
What are you wearing?
I guess right now I'm wearing like a
Bathrobe.
shirt. Yeah, maybe uniform, No, I guess I would just be wearing what Mika usually wears, like business suit.
Right. So this woman is
Assassin's
like, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm afraid this place might not be the right fit for you."
Just, not the right fit for me. What
She says-
exactly does that mean?
She says, "I meant no offense. Of course, I just that our prices are quite high. You understand?"
I assure you that money is no object. Now just
It's gonna be
show
like
me your
$7
dress.
million. You're gonna be like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, fuck it.
Money
Fucking
is an
director
object.
could pay for it.
I needed this dress, director. This one.
She says, she like takes it. She you can see she like looks down, like starts typing to a computer. She like kind of looks up at your clothes again, and she says, "Of course, ma'am. We have a policy here where we would like to pre-approve you before we take you into the dresses. You understand they're quite expensive. If any damage were to occur."
Pre-approve. Say, whatever.
Just tell Thermopylae to get you pre-approval.
Yeah. Yeah, I say, I kind of whisper to Thermopylae, say, I hope you guys have a good, I hope you guys have a big revolving credit balance.
All right. She like types again on a computer, and then she's like, "Oh, well, yes, I'm very sorry, ma'am. Please come right this way." Like a woman comes out from the side, yeah, and she's like, "Ma'am, would you like something to drink while you wait?"
Listen, my friend knows the Prince of Monaco, okay?
Played badminton with him.
Not just played, beat.
Beat.
Beat him at badminton. Let's remember that. That's important.
He let me win.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll ask for a glass of champagne, I guess.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. An hour later, Amika walks out of the store. Well, I guess we'll describe the dress once she puts it on a little bit later.
The big reveal.
Yeah, the big reveal.
Yeah, it's got to get delivered to the hotel, so we can't see it in this scene anyway.
Oh yeah, they'll deliver to it for you. They'll deliver it for you if you want. I
Really,
guess
this
that's probably
RPG
how
is about Mika's self-confidence.
Yeah, right.
That's what this is all
It's a
about.
coming of age story. A
Which
really
she has.
self-discovery kind of.
Oh my god.
I'm not
All
clicking on that on stream.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Okay, so what else is going on?
Did we ever figure out where he was staying?
Yeah, he's staying in the hotel.
It's
Oh,
hotel.
but only in the.
We don't know what floor he's on.
He's at the 4th floor.
The 4th floor. Oh, okay, great. I didn't miss that.
Gennady?
Alberto.
Alberto Gennady? Or Alfredo?
Okay, I will pull out a small black device and hand it to Mika when you get back and say, Mika, this is a microphone. Why don't you go in as housekeeping and plant it somewhere and we can maybe listen in before he leaves for the meeting.
So yeah, no problem.
All right, so it just has a little on-off switch and it's designed to be hidden and like, adhesive to something.
Can we, has the housekeeping come by our room yet?
Yeah, they just came by a little while ago.
They're missing a cart, so they're like kind of lost without it.
Yeah, there's a whole.
No, I
whole
put
hotel
it back.
Yeah, but they're missing the key to all the floors, Kim.
I'm sure they have plenty of those.
They're so behind. They're losing their jobs.
Recession
Their
starts
boss
in
is
Monaco.
a bit of a
We can
hard
do
ass.
this.
All right.
But so, Mika, you wanted to do what?
Yeah, so I wanted to make sure that they had kind of made their round, so I don't go out there and like I don't really want to run into the
The actual maid?
actual
That
maid.
might be awkward.
I guess the other
Sorry.
problem is that if they came by, they might have knocked on his door as well.
You're in a suit. Your hotel customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Are
So
you
I'll go into
satisfied
the-
with the security here, sir?
Don't run into your boss.
All right, I'll go over there. I'll just stay in my suit. I'll go over there and just pretend I'm like I don't know, quality control, like head of maids or something like
Yeah,
that.
checking on the maid's performance. I love it.
Okay, great. So
Alright,
you
so-
want to go knock on the door or something?
Yeah, I guess I have this little bug of Mr. Haddock's.
Okay, sure. So you walk up to the door. It's 406. And you see there is a "Do Not Disturb" sign on it.
Say, we might need to rethink this unless we want to piss this guy off.
No, just take the sign off.
You should just flip the sign
You have
to
a
the
key?
please disturb and tell him it was his fault.
I'm not sure it says please disturb on the other side of these.
No, you could just like take the sign off and just be like, oh, like someone took it off the door, right? Like I don't think it's that big a deal.
All right, sure. I'll take the sign and put it on like the next door over, and then I'll knock
Okay.
on his door.
Okay, you knock on the door. You don't hear any answer.
Break in.
I'll knock again. And I say, hotel staff. Is anybody home?
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you knock on it. You don't hear anything back.
All right,
You still
I'll
have the
use
key,
my multi-key to open the door.
Okay, yeah. The light turns green and you can hear it like the lock open.
All right. As I like open it, I like knock again and ask if anybody's home. Hello.
Okay, so you walk
Staring down
in.
the barrel of a gun.
And the first thing you see. So this is a very nice room. Not as nice as yours, but in the hallway in front of you, on this sort of the ground is sort of like this white marble tile, is a severed head sitting in a pool of blood.
Ah, shit.
What kind of head?
Whose head?
A man's head.
A human man's head.
Yes.
A good
Do you
looking man?
recognize it, Mika?
All right. I quickly grab the do not disturb thing, put it back on, and set up.
Give him an intrusion.
Uh,
You vomit everywhere.
yeah. So sure.
I think this
Let's.
is the first time I've seen a man's head cut off. Come on. This is my first rodeo.
Yeah, it's the first time you've seen one and you didn't do it.
Yeah.
So you're a little taken aback.
It's like, who did this?
Other
yeah,
people
my
do
move.
this?
So
So
the
I like-
is that you see the housekeeper's like just finishing with the room around the corner, and you can see her pushing her cart over towards you. I don't know if it's a good intrusion. Anyways, whatever. We'll go with it.
Yeah, sure. I'll take that intrusion.
Sure. It's probably a little too easy, but whatever.
Yeah, I think I can handle this one. I'll give my other XP to Mr. Pembroke.
Much appreciated.
All right, so I said I mean, if I could do this, I just take the do not disturb sign, hang it back on the door, and
Oh, so as she sees you going in, she's like, "Oh, when will you be leaving?" And she puts her hand like against the door to like talk to you.
I like kind of stand in the way. I say, I think we'll be staying in for a little bit tonight. Why don't you come back in a couple hours?
All right, yeah. Why don't you roll a speed test to see if you can just kind of get yourself in the way fast enough.
Okay. Well, don't worry,
Let's
guys.
make this interesting.
Speed is my domain.
All right, fair enough.
We might have to kill her.
Middle name.
I throw you a softball intrusion. I gotta.
What's
I
the
gotta at least-
difficulty? What's the difficulty, Kev?
It's gonna be 3.
So a 9.
Yeah. Mika.
All right. Well, I'll spend 1 point because I have my 2 speed edge.
Oh, there you go.
To
So there's gonna be 2 heads on the floor.
line them up. So knock that down to difficulty 2.
Be a
6 needs
6.
6.
Come on.
Said I'm trained in like initiative stuff. Skill.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not-
I think that's fine. You can take an asset.
Don't fuck this up, Kev.
I'm quick. I've had to hide. I've had to quickly hide a few crime scenes in my day.
Come
Fair
on.
enough.
No whammies. No
You
whammies.
spend some time with the CIA down in Colombia, and you just kind of get used to these things.
There we
Hey.
go. Aced it. Okay, great. Okay, she was like, okay. Sorry.
Slam on her hand. Bah!
That's awful.
No, there's a severed hand in the room.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah. So you close the door. The room stinks like blood.
Yeah. So I kind of carefully step over the head, careful not to disturb it. I try not to step
on
on
the
any of the blood
bed,
splatter.
right? You said it's on the bed?
No, so
Floor.
the severed head was on the floor. You can see that a few feet away is the remains of the body. It's a. I mean, I guess is it a man? Yeah, I don't know. If he doesn't have his head, is it still a man? a person in a suit, a body in a suit.
Let's not leave that point hanging. We should discuss that.
Yeah, let's have this philosophical discussion right now.
Let's dive into this. I like where you're going.
Why don't we get into that
Deep
next
dive.
week?
Yeah, sure. That's gonna be next week's session. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, it's wearing a suit. From what you can tell, it looks nice. You can also see across the room. The room is the closet, which is open, and there's a safe in there, the door of which is slightly ajar.
All right, I grabbed like a little napkin on my way through just to make sure I don't touch too many things with my bare hands.
Okay.
I'll go over quickly and take a look at whether there's anything left in the safe.
Okay. So you see inside the safe there is some sort of like felt or velvet box.
All right. I guess as I'm doing this, I'm kind of actually.
Did you call
the
us,
rest of them
or-
don't have to. They don't have to know quite yet.
that's what I was just gonna ask. Are we all like in radio contact through our headsets? Like, could he
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
us if he wanted to?
You could, yeah.
Yeah, no. I guess the only thing you guys have heard me say is talking, or you just heard me talking to the maid. So, anyways, I'll kind of try to check what's inside this little felt bag.
So it's a box. As you open it up, you can see that the only thing inside this box, which is clearly shaped to carry a very large precious gem, is a lotus flower.
Do we know anything about lotus flowers?
Unless
I
you
mean,
tell us about
horticulture.
this.
I'm not sure. Well, Lotus Altos is the name of the group, or
Yeah.
Altos. I don't
I
know. If you rearrange the letters.
I assume it's like somebody's calling card, but we
Yeah.
would have to know and then maybe do research about
Mika, what's going on? We heard you talking to the maid.
it. East.
It looks like Mr. Azir, was it? Isn't gonna make it tonight.
Wait, that was Azir? I thought that was
wait.
no, that was the archaeologist,
Giannetti.
No, not the archaeologist.
the
This
business
was
partner.
Giannetti, the business partner.
Giannetti, thank you.
That's whose room.
Thought
You're
this
in?
was the billion.
Giannetti, excuse me.
No, this is the guy who the business partner of Graf who
This
split.
is
them.
Alfredo Giannotti.
I thought you went to David Azir's room.
No,
No, this is Alfredo Giannotti's room.
I'm sorry. This
Oh, okay.
was Alfredo Giannotti's room.
Well, is it still the room, even if he no longer exists?
Okay,
More
I
to
guess
come
I
on
was.
that next week.
guys,
I-
checkout is at 11, so he's got time.
Yeah.
It seems like he's checked out already.
Oh,
Oh.
Actually, yeah, Thermopylae says that.
all right.
Mute.
All right. Sorry.
That's
So
the
this, what's the name of this guy again?
Alfonso, Alfredo Giannotti.
Alfredo Giannotti.
And he was the
Isaiah-
business partner of the owner of the diamond who split, and we think he took the diamond.
It seems like Mr. Giannotti is not going to make the meeting tonight.
But it does seem like he was the one who took the diamond, which is what we thought. So
Perhaps we can go in his stead.
Well, he's quite dead.
But we do
and-
have a diamond.
We have a diamond that we
Some-
could trade.
We just don't know
Yeah.
who stole it.
But if he's supposed to trade this diamond that's not here anymore to the people who killed him, I'm not sure they're going to believe that we somehow have it.
We don't know that
Sorry.
who killed him is who was there for the meeting tonight.
Well, wait, hold on. Who were the Altos again?
So I'm going to give you an intrusion, Kim.
Sure.
You notice that the how does this intrusion work?
Bag of dicks.
Yeah, so the intrusion is you see a figure step out of the bathroom.
Nah, just skip
All
it.
right.
That's not interesting.
I've been waiting for some action. I'll take it. All right. Who needs an XP? Who's low?
Amir.
All right. Amir gets an XP.
All right, so this figure is a man.
It's a man, baby.
He's wearing a suit. Well, it's sort of like a suit. It's actually like a priest's habit with like the white thing underneath his neck. But he's very clearly Asian, and
You're screwed.
in his hand he's holding a wakizashi.
It's the final boss.
I immediately pull my gun out, point it at him, and say, "Yes, hold it right there."
Okay, so you're gonna have to roll initiative if that's how this is gonna go.
All right, sure.
Kim
I
was
have-
like a Jedi.
I have a question, intrusion. Who were the Altos exactly, Alex?
The
Wow.
Altos are a secret organization. They are. I don't know. They're very all over the world, and we don't know much about them.
No, but who was in them that we thought this was important?
We don't know.
Oh, they're just here for the trade.
We know they're involved. They're like trading. Well, we weren't sure whether they're getting tech or selling tech.
Right.
So I'm trained in initiative, as I mentioned. I don't know
Right.
what's the difficulty.
This is gonna be difficulty 7 initiative.
Oh. All right, let's hear it, Kim. Talk your way out of this one.
So 7 is 21, right? Oh, so I'm trained in initiative, so at least that bumps it down to 6, right? That makes it like actually possible to
Technically possible, yes. In fact, possible in the sense that the only way you could succeed is by also getting a cool effect.
for getting
to
an
go
effect.
off.
So everything
So?
just kind of glitched out for me there for a second. Sorry. So I'm trained in initiative. That bumps it down to a 6. I'll spend. I spend a point. Is it worth it?
You could spend 2. I mean, yeah, couldn't you spend 2
No,
You
I
could.
only have 1 effort.
points? Oh, I thought you got the extra effort too.
No, I did increased capabilities and +1 edge. I don't have effort yet. So I'll spend 1 point plus my 2 edge and speed to bump it down to a 5. 15. I just rolled 15. I can roll 15 again. Give me a solid 25%.
Do it.
Telling me there's a chance.
I don't know. I mean, so this guy wasn't aware of me, right?
You may have been.
Any chance I could get a little bump? For...
No, he's aware of you. He was aware of you.
All right.
He was watching you the whole time. Oh!
All right, 15.
Touchdown!
All right, so you get your gun out, and he makes a move. He he rushes towards you with his shoulder low, and so you need to make a speed. So So I guess what do you want to do first, since you got initiative?
Dodge out of the way and shoot his ass. Literally.
Well, I was hoping to use the gun to kind of. I'm much better with my hands than with my pistol. I literally do
Trigger
more
finger
damage
from your
unarmed than I do with this pistol.
I don't even know why I pulled this gun out.
Well, I was hoping to
Intimidate him.
avoid a confrontation.
But this guy knows that you know that he chopped someone's head off. I don't think avoiding
maybe.
confrontation is possible.
Yeah, I think I'll
Right,
probably.
yes, but he's rushing towards you like ninja style. What's the play? Call the ball.
I'll shoot him. Fuck it.
Okay, sure, go for it. It's gonna be a difficulty 6.
Jesus.
You're not very good with a gun. He's running very fast.
It's a speed test, I guess.
Mhm.
So he doesn't have a straightforward weakness, right? I have a find the flaw.
His unblemishable sense of honor.
Okay.
Wow.
So if I throw down my weapon and say I'm unarmed, maybe he won't kill me.
Or he'll force you to commit seppuku.
Maybe. Let's not take that chance. Yeah, I think I'll just have to take the roll. So it's a 6, so I need an 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anything. I think I'm gonna save my points. Yeah, 12. Wouldn't have mattered.
Okay, yeah. So
I guess the advantage is everybody hears me fire my gun over the radio.
sure, yeah. So
Well-
the
And
shot
also
goes
through
wide.
the hotel.
He as he's running towards you, he like stops, pivots on one foot, like spins around back and tries to like do like a roundhouse kick to kick the gun out of your hand. So you gotta make a speed defense roll here.
Okay.
Don't
What
die,
if-
Cam.
So, what's the difficulty?
It's gonna be 5.
All right. So I'm trained in speed defense. The ones that down to a 4. Say I don't really care that much about the gun, and knowing that like the whole point of pulling the gun is to make people think that that's what's important, when really I'm about to like karate chop their freaking asses.
Sure. Okay.
So what I kind of want to do is like I know that this is what's coming, and I'm perfectly fine getting the gun kicked out. I'm just gonna like leverage that into like a kind of like a spin around like punch him like straight in the side.
The balls.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Make it. That's fine. Make your so.
So make my defense roll.
Yeah.
Bonus
I
on that.
think make your defense roll. You can take an asset on it.
Headache,
So that bumps it down to a 3.
you
Mhm.
get down there?
I'll spend a point on it too. With my 2 edge, bump it down to a 2. So I need 6, 8. That was good. So I make the defense roll, I guess.
Okay, so you catch his foot, like you're holding the gun and his foot's like spinning towards it. You kind of just like let go of it and like grab his foot, and you both like spin. Do like a judo spin. He flies into the closet. You slam into the bathroom door, and you can see his sword like fly or sort of moves across the room, like slides across the floor. You both sort of like picking yourselves up at the same time. And you can see he's like kind of like you're kind of like not circling each other, but like waiting for each other to make the first move. Whichever way.
Amir Min, get up there and help him.
So I was gonna say, as soon as like I hear the gunshot, I'd be running.
Sure, okay.
I guess I don't really have like a logical. I guess waiting in the elevator. Dun, da, da, da.
Hey, can you switch to the
Okay. All right,
Um,
Amir's on the way.
But so I was gonna say, Amir, as soon as he heard him talking to a maid, that's not part of the plan. Amir probably would have started heading down, but I didn't say it, obviously. So I'm waiting in the elevator. I guess. Are you guys coming?
No?
You're not gonna like parkour down the stairs.
That's Tony's move.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Tony,
so what's
I'm
your-
in the
like
elevator,
parkour?
putting a silencer on my 45, ready to go.
Maybe it's one of those hotels where it's all like empty inside. You could like jump from like.
Maybe it's one of those hotels where it's normal to have gunshots go off inside.
We have the TV turned up real loud. Don't worry about that one. If they come to this room, I betcha after they see the severed head on the floor, they're not gonna care so much about the pistol.
And the crazy
the
people
gun
fighting
itself.
inside.
The priest ninja and the severed head, I think, will be more than a necessary
The actual
distraction.
quality control management shows up and they're like, "Could you guys keep it down?" Oh my god!
This is far outside of
We need
quality
a
parameters.
crew over here, please.
I need an adult.
We need turnovers.
But we're technically
not
still
my
guests. We're technically still guests, so they need to make sure we're
Okay,
enjoying
so
ourselves.
what's your move, Mika?
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna try my swipe maneuver, which is a melee attack that does 1 less damage, but has a chance of dazing him. So I guess his sword, you said, kind of like flew across the room.
Yeah, so it like flew across the room and like impaled itself in the wall.
So like I know that he wants to go for that sword. So as soon as he like makes a little juke for it, I'm gonna try to like get in there and like knee him in the stomach to push him up against the wall and force him back down.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna make your roll. You're gonna have to make your roll, but I am gonna give you an intrusion first, and that intrusion is that you both like sort of like bolt for the sword. The intrusion is that he doesn't actually want the sword. He is going to like counter your counter and try to get out the door.
Yeah, I'll take that. I know. I know Amir is on the way. He needs a little bit of action too, So who needs the other XP? Somebody low.
I'm gonna need in a second.
How many do you have?
2.
Okay. All right. I'll give you the other one.
I've only spent 1 enhancement so far.
Well, do you have XP for the first session?
I got 5 and I spent it all.
Oh, you spent it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 4 XP per.
Enhancement.
All right, so
Enhancement.
let's keep this moving.
Anyways, so yeah, I guess I take the intrusion. So what happens to my attack then?
So your attack will just succeed. You grab, you beat him to the sword and grab him. He just hooks his arm into yours and like rolls across your back towards the door and
Well,
grabs
I
him.
didn't really want the sword. I wanted him to go for the sword so I could attack him. I don't.
Right, but he saw your move, and that's the intrusion. That's it.
Okay.
He saw what you were doing, and he countered the counter.
All right.
God.
All right. So yeah, I like miss and grab the sword, and then he bolts for the door.
Yeah. So he swings the door open and he's running out.
Throw the sword.
That's not gonna work.
It works
no,
all the time in the movies.
You could throw it if you want.
I'll chase after him.
Okay. All right. So it looks like he's faster than you. So he runs into the hallway. You can see the maid is standing there, looking panicked as he's running towards her. And he vaults over the cart and pushes it down in the way.
All right. I just dive over and do a little somersault. And,
All right. Give me a
continue
speed
after him.
test here.
Difficulty.
This is going to be a 4.
All right, I'll spend a point. Pop it down to 3. You're 9.
Oh, it's the first 20 we had.
Natural 20.
First
Sorry,
20 we had.
Major.
Major effect. And you're okay.
So major effect suggestions. I guess my effect suggestions are for actual melee attacks.
No, that's fine. So what you're able to do is as you sort of fly over the cart, you kick the broom handle as you fly, and it starts spiraling towards him and hits him in the back. And he just as he's reaching the door of the stairwell, slows him down for a second. So you catch him right before he gets to the door. And
Swings open. Amir swings it open and knocks him out. No. All right.
no, not quite. So Amir, yeah,
All right.
the elevator door opens and you can see Mika standing there in front of the door of the stairwell with this guy dressed in a priest's habit.
Oh, she's got him.
Yeah, it looks like.
Okay. All right. I'll step out of the elevator and glance around. Do I see the maid at the other end of the hall?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll take out. I'm sure I have some, identification, badge. I'll just flash it at her really quickly and say, "Ma'am, this is a dangerous area. You're gonna have to move downstairs. Please consult your supervisor. We've given her special instructions."
Oh, okay. You're going to go deal with that. Okay, Mika. So you I guess you want to make sure this guy doesn't. You've beat him to the door, right? So you're gonna keep
So
him from...
if possible, I'd like to have another go at my swipe attack to daze him and see if I can.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
hand him.
Help her, Amir.
Difficulty 5.
I thought he had it under control. I thought you said he had him.
No. I mean, he
He's,
has blocked.
Oh,
Disrupting
I
her.
misunderstood. Okay, I thought the chase was over.
No, it's fine. I'll say keep the maid out of that room as I see him
The maid's "What's that? I thought you said you were staying in for the evening."
Okay.
No.
As I see Amir out of the corner of my my eye coming out of the elevator, I just kind of or I say into the earpiece, keep the maid out of that room as I judo kick into this guy's knee.
Okay.
It was difficulty 5, you said. So I spent a speed point. I'm down to a 4. Don't really know if I have anything else. So since I slowed him down, can we translate that into a little bit of an advantage here?
Sure, I'll give you an asset for that.
Bump it down to a 3. 12. 12 makes it.
All right. So you
So this does, by the way, so normally my unarmed attacks do 6. This does 1 less. This does 5 damage. And then it dazes him for 1 round, during which the difficulty of all his tasks are modified by 1 step to its detriment. That's how it's
okay?
worked.
No problem. All right. So you slam him in the stomach, and he hits the wall and then falls back onto the ground. You can see his hand go into his pocket real quick, or both his hands go into his pockets. One of his hands comes out with a throwing star, and he wings it at you. So make a speed defense roll.
Jeez.
Okay, difficulty?
It is a
It's
priest
gonna be
ninja.
a 5.
Jesus. All right, well, so I'm trained in speed defense, so at least
Sure.
that bumps it down to a 4. I'm a little hesitant to still spend my speed, because it's getting kind of low.
It's too bad. You gotta survive. Listen, I learned the
I'll
hard
take
way.
I'll take the difficulty 4, I guess.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. It was a 2.
All right, so
Good thing
Thorn Star like catches you in the shoulder, and you can see his eyes sort of start to bulge as he starts like coughing, and you can see like white foam starting to like come out of the side of his mouth.
How much damage do I take, by the way?
You're gonna take 4 damage.
What, this is might damage?
Yeah, might damage. You know, it's in the shoulder. Let's call it speed damage.
Fuck. Alright, I have 1 armor, I guess. Do I know if there's any way to, like, prevent people from, I don't know, succumbing to cyanide poisoning once it's getting to, like, foaming in the mouth, or is it, like, pretty much too late at
I'm
that point?
pretty sure there is no way to save people from cyanide poisoning.
I think that's the
All right, so I just go like, no, and I like stand up and say, fuck. And then I will spend my 1 recovery. My next action will be a recovery roll.
Okay, so
My
Amir,
speed is 2 right now.
Amir will come jogging down the hall towards you, holstering his gun. And what happened? What did he do?
I like, I guess, I like look at the foam in the mouth. I guess you can imagine.
Yeah, so you see his other hand like falls out of the pocket, and there's like a little pin stuck in his thumb.
All right. Well, Amir will
Seems like
grab him.
he wasn't too thrilled about the prospect of arrest.
So Amir will pick him up off the ground, throw one arm over his shoulder, and just sort of walk the man back to the room that we came from.
All right, I follow him here.
If anyone comes out,
you're going to drag his body back into the room.
definitely.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If anyone
and
comes
the
by,
maid
I'll take his other arm. Like I'll snake my arm into his coat sleeve and just like wave. Hello.
You're gonna Bernie's
It
him?
was a fucking weekend at Bernie's. It.
Wow. He did. He did it.
Mika
great.
follows, shaking her head in shame.
Have you
enough.
seen this
Okay.
movie? It's a good movie. So anyway,
Still,
we should talk to Thermopylae. Thermopylae, do any known criminal organizations operate under the symbol of a black lotus?
It was a regular lotus, but
Regular lotus. Sorry.
he says I'll look into that. It sounds familiar. I think there's some other groups that this man might have belonged to.
Is that
yeah,
Triad?
before we get ahead of ourselves, I need you to monitor any calls to the police from the hotel and let us know, because the maid might not just go and take her break after this, and we got the headless body of whatever it was, Giovinco, down here.
He's like, sounds like you guys are having a party. Well, invite me next time. Anyways, yeah, I'll try to take care of it.
It's all right. So when we get back to the room, I guess show Amir the headless body. You know, here it is, and I show him the box that I guess used to contain the diamond with the symbol and everything. So it looks like somebody beat us to it here.
It's a pretty clear message. Have you gotten a chance to inspect the rest of the room, or?
No, I saw the box, and then I met our new friend here, the priest.
Okay. I'll call everyone else down, and while they're coming, I will.
Let's be cool about it.
I'll contact Thermopylae and say, also, Thermopylae, why don't you contact the police and get someone you trust up here so we can get ahead of it before someone calls them?
He says, all right.
The detective, someone you know you've worked with before.
I'll see what I can do.
Search the priest's robes, I guess, to see if there's anything else. Also,
Yeah,
show
I mean-
Amir the sword.
Yeah, so I mean, he's got a little bit of equipment on him. Some stuff that looks like spycraft type stuff. Of course, including the holder for the poison needle. He's got some more throwing stars. He's got a communication device that looks like it's been wiped, and that's about it.
All right. I guess we'll give the communications device to Oliver to check over once he gets down there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Oliver, you look at it. It's been remotely wiped. There's nothing on it.
Okay.
And is there any blood on his boots or shoes or the lower part of his robe?
No.
So, why do we think he's the one who killed him necessarily? I imagine cutting off someone's head with a short sword is a pretty messy endeavor. Yet he seems.
Oh,
to
what about the bathroom? Check the
He's-
bathroom where
He
he
stepped out of the bathroom, so yeah, I guess we can check in
Yeah.
there to see. But he might have just been in there to wipe down his weapon.
Oh, even his weapon though, his clothes, his boots, they should have some signs of blood residue on them. Cutting someone's
So in the
throat-
bathroom, you find a towel with a little bit of blood on it, but that's it.
Okay.
I'll just say this: that guy was a professional. He knew what he was doing.
Kevin, based on the way the
Oh.
blood is around the room, does it seem like the guy was already dead before they cut the head off, or am I just like, this is not important?
You can make it an intellect test.
Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, come on, roll it.
All
Let's
right.
see.
Let's do it.
All right, it's going to be difficulty 7.
Bastard.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Almost.
Anyway,
Yeah, real close.
You don't get to take the points with you,
no.
Andrew.
So the rest of you arrive. I guess William and Oliver and Tony.
Yes.
Oh my.
Welcome to the party, boys.
So I think it would
So-
serve us well to keep the identity of this murder victim quiet until the meeting tonight.
You could do your best with that. That'll be between you and the authorities. You said you thought he was a professional, Mika. Do you think he was a professional thief who happened to kill this man, or a professional assassin who happened to steal the diamond, or do you think they're separate?
To me, I would guess professional assassin. Not familiar with any kind of outfit that goes under the MO of sneaking in as a priest, but people do whatever they have to. The guy was very proficient. I'll say that.
But someone had to be with him.
He's obviously.
Yes, but he either had someone with him or it wasn't him that stole the diamond, right?
Certainly. I don't know what could have become the diamond. It wasn't in his robes.
I mean,
not
there's
sure
a
where
Lotus there. This guy's Asian.
Maybe we could check security cameras on this floor, see who entered the room before this man.
Yes, possibly. It'd take a bit of work, but
Kev, I want to look around. Are any of the windows? Are they still intact and everything, to the room?
Yeah. So make an intellect check, or what is it, intellect test?
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty 4.
All right, let me reduce it by 1. I'm so dumb.
Nice.
So you can tell that the window here has been recently removed and replaced.
on the 4th floor?
Like how
23rd? Oh yeah, that's right. 4th floor.
I mean, more recently than the rest of it.
Huh.
Can I try to open it and get outside?
Yeah. So the screws are loose. You can with a little bit of work, you can take the window out.
Yeah, I totally take it out and
Okay.
I climb outside.
Okay. Yeah. So Tony jumps out the window.
Okay.
Oliver says, I agree with Tony. It's important to actually look around the room, especially if the police are going to be arriving soon.
True.
So perhaps we should actually survey the area instead of worrying about hacking into cameras and such just yet.
So Tony, the window outside, you can sort of climb around a bit. The outside of the hotel is ornate enough that you can sort of climb up or down at your leisure.
All right. Okay, so I say, Oliver, give me a. I don't know if you still have access into the the guest list or whatever, but who is perpendicular or diagonal of this room, right? Up, down, left, right.
You could probably get to the ground from here if you wanted, pretty easily.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's only the 4th floor.
Yeah, we're on the 4th floor.
But that still doesn't
Well,
solve.
But so here's the question.
Yeah.
Maybe he.
if the assumption we're going with, the question is whether this guy, the priest here, had any help. Some guy like take the stone and climb out with it. Did he maybe open the window and toss it to somebody on the street, or did he just toss it somewhere else, meaning to collect it later? So I don't know, Tony. Since you're out there, if you can maybe gauge where somebody might do that. Maybe he like threw it into the trash or something like that. We can go check.
I like look around.
So I mean,
like
on the
pile
other
of
side of
cigarette
the
butts.
on the other side of the hotel is just the beach. It'd be easy for any guest to get underneath the window.
All right. Well, I look down. Like, what's any chance that the diamond is right there? Because the guy just threw it out.
No, it's not right there on the
No,
ground.
that's too bad.
Case solved.
Yeah, you never know. All right, so
Doesn't hurt to ask.
I climb down to the first floor, and I do like a thorough checking to see if there's.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
you don't find the diamond anywhere on the ground or anything.
I don't mean diamond. I mean like steps, because I don't know where this is in reference to. Is it like the front, the back of the hotel?
I mean, it's sort of the back of the hotel, I guess. It's the beach side of the hotel.
Okay, so like I look for steps in the sand. I look for.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons. This is like where the guests go to the beach and stuff.
Okay, but what about like right by the, like almost up against the building kind of thing?
No, sorry. I maybe didn't explain very well. But the main pathway that leads out of the hotel onto the beach is directly below the room where you were. So there's plenty of steps, right? There's footsteps everywhere because this is where people are like walking through.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
No, not really.
All right. Meanwhile, I guess I'll check over the room thoroughly in case he like stashed it here somewhere. And in addition to that, I'm gonna grab the lotus and the box that this all came in, the little felt bag. I'm gonna put that in my pocket, and I'm gonna close up the safe, using a little napkin to not leave any fingerprints. I don't really want the cops looking into that whole deal.
Okay.
As far as the priest, I mean, we can leave him here with the sword. If the cops come here, they can take this whole thing and they can look into the murder. I mean, the priest is going to show up as having died of, I don't know, whatever he poisoned himself with. They find a guy with his head off and a guy with a sword, and maybe they can come to their own conclusions.
Can we examine the head?
Yeah.
I mean, is it like could we without too much difficulty determine whether or not like this sword could have even chopped this head off?
Yeah. From your layman's perspective, yeah, it looks like his head got cut off by a sword.
I mean, A plus B equals C, right?
I mean, the cut is
Clean
smooth.
enough that like
Yes,
it could have been this sword, right? Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
It
all.
wasn't ripped off.
Right. It wasn't like it's not like jagged. It wasn't like
He wasn't attacked by a bear.
No, it's no, don't think so.
a worse bear.
I think it would still be helpful to look at the cameras. Maybe they arrived.
Yeah, well, I
in the
mean,
window
also
and
by this point, like, if they've called the cops, if anybody's called the
Yeah.
cops, they should be here, right? We've probably
Yeah,
been in
yeah.
this
I mean,
room
the
for,
cops
like,
are going to
10
show up any
minutes.
minute. So.
Any
We're gonna-
cameras where I am, Kev? I like look around like
Yes,
No, there's no cameras inside the rooms.
no outside.
We're
Right.
also gonna show up on a bunch of
Right,
cameras.
right. That's the point.
by
It's
way.
like if there's cameras showing who came into this room before, there's also cameras showing the 5 of us like piling in here
Yeah.
after dragging a dead body inside.
You don't see any cameras in the hallway.
Okay.
Great.
So that's kind of a good thing.
We're not going down for this one, boys.
just gotta take care of that witness.
Oh yeah, so you hear Thermopylae over the radio. It says the cops are headed upstairs now.
All right,
Suggest
let's
you-
get out.
Out the window, boys.
Everybody out. Everybody out.
All right.
No, we should like carefully replace the window. Make sure it's closed.
Leave it
Whatever.
open.
I'm downstairs.
Leave it open.
Yeah.
That just it's an easier narrative for the cops to sell to their boss.
All right. I guess we make our exit.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. We make our exit. Our exit.
All right. Well,
So I think we know what the plan is now. We have to impersonate this.
Well, maybe that's pretty.
But is Do you think this
Like-
assassin was in cahoots with the race car driver and Mr. Azir?
Why go all the trouble to set up a meet in such an expensive location if you're just going to kill the guy 12 hours before the meeting?
Well, yeah, okay, but then there's some important questions like,
Why not use this location?
Well, because like they said, hey, we're gonna meet him tonight, right? Not
Yeah.
like, hey, we're gonna kill him and then not actually meet him, kind of thing.
Yeah, but okay. So first of all, is Giannotti the archaeologist? And if he is, isn't the implication that they know what he looks like and who he is because he's their friend? And if the assassin was the archaeologist and he was planning on stealing the diamond and presenting it to them,
Well,
Alright, so here's a
regardless-
question:
somebody
how
would know
much
who he
does
was.
Pembroke look like this guy? Spitting image, right? Like literally
Roll everything
twins.
you've got?
What about with Tony helping him make up a little bit?
I mean, Penbrook knows that impersonating somebody's not in the face.
And more
Or not in-
importantly, I really doubt like this type of clandestine dealing would be done among friends with this type of with all the secrecy, right?
But
Like,
this guy's also like the wealthy and in a certain way like well-known like co-owner of a giant company who's been in the news for like.
well, then we could send
right?
send
his
like
photo's
his
probably right there on C-SPAN or whatever. It is.
we can
Right.
send like a trusted colleague, right? Like maybe William can pretend to be a trusted colleague or something.
I
I
guess,
think
but I
we're
mean,
rather,
like, do
I
you
think
trust
we're
somebody
rather
with a
getting
giant-
ahead of ourselves here because we don't know what the involvement of this particular person was. We don't know who's involved in the trade-off to start with. So we have no idea whether this man was technically involved with the trade-off that's going to happen from the first place. So why we would pose as someone related to him to come to an event when we don't know whether that's even a reasonable thing to do is totally preposterous.
before
Well,
we
also,
leave,
we need the
But-
diamond. Right?
before we leave the apartment,
have a
can I
fake-
grab the phone of the dead guy?
You don't see his phone on it. You
No,
don't see his
sure.
phone on him.
I mean, sure, we have a fake diamond, but the point was that part of our original plan was like, if possible, we wanted to find the real diamond and make the trade with the fake one, because right now somebody has the real one and may just show up to the meet.
So
Well,
the other
maybe-
thing,
Meet with the
But
fake
so
one.
maybe if we're assuming that the assassin, the priest, is not related to the group trading the check, which it would be weird that he's leaving a Lotus and their name has something to do with Lotuses. But let's assume that's all like just
It doesn't have anything to do with lotuses.
No, it was just
We've-
like.
We've drawn like a strange connection between the two without any
Yeah, I
actual
don't think
foundation.
but then
for it.
somebody said that their name had something
No,
to
no,
do
no,
with
no.
Lotuses.
Alex
Okay.
was.
All right, then never mind. So let's say maybe this assassin is really just somebody out after the diamond, having no idea why the guy was here with the diamond. He just knew that it was here, came in and grabbed it, or maybe he needed it for some other nefarious purpose. Either way, if they're not related, and as you say, the race car driver and the billionaire are still expecting to make a trade, why not pose as him, assuming the cops keep it all in the DL that he's been killed?
Poses Giannotti.
okay,
Yeah.
so we don't necessarily need to like pose Giannotti and get his objective done, right? Like these people say, oh yeah, we have the technology, then we just grab them and take them back to HQ, right? Because we
Yeah,
just
of course, but there's
somebody.
also like maybe another party involved, as well as 1 to 2 like other
capture
secret
them.
forces.
Take them with us.
How do we know that Giannotti ever had the diamond? All we know is that he had a carrying case of the shape of a large stone, and there was a lotus in it. We don't know that he ever had the diamond and that other people were going to take the diamond from him. He could have been expecting to get the diamond. You would want to have a carrying case for such a thing if you were going to get it. My point is that we have no idea what part of this transaction literally anyone is involved in. So
Right.
trying to show up pretending to be related to Giannotti with a briefcase that has a fake diamond in it seems like we're jumping a couple of steps ahead
It
of us.
looks
You
like
guys
a
got a
really
temper.
good replica, William. It's a really good replica.
No,
That's
but that's
not the
no,
point.
that's not the point. The point is there we have some idea of like maybe 2 of the parties involved in this trade.
All right,
and
well,
there
then-
could be like 1 to 2 more that we don't even know who they are, and we would have to pick one of the 4 to be pretending to be. Like we don't
Without any idea what
know-
they're supposed
yeah.
to even be doing.
And
I
your
mean,
proposal is that we all pack up, go down to the beach, and spend the rest of the day there?
My proposal is that we go to the meet and we see what's happening and then we make our move.
To,
Yeah.
to your
Not
point,
that we
though,
go
William,
be part of it.
William, to
I
your
don't
point,
think it
though,
hurts to
about,
bring the fake diamond in case
Sure.
the better option is to pose as them.
By all means, bring it with you because there's nothing we can do with the fake diamond back at the hotel room
I
unless.
mean, at this point, we might as well just tell them like we've got the real diamond and we're a fifth party involved in this. Shit.
that's,
Like,
that's
There's
essentially
been,
we
a,
ourselves.
there's been a
Like-
sextuple cross.
that's what's happening.
no,
Because
but-
some guy's gonna be like, "No, you don't. I have the real one." I'm like, "You're the
And then
fucker."
bam!
Wait. But to your point that
Then
he
you
might
get
not have had the
interested.
gem in the first place, right? Then the idea is that he's brokering some technology, which possibly he stole from the company he used to work for, in order to
Which
get
had
at
the
the
diamond?
diamond that belongs to his partner, so
company.
that he can like have a one up on his ex partner. Is that what it is, or like?
I'm
Why
just saying,
would
like,
he have it. It's his partner's diamond.
But they're
But
not
if-
partners anymore.
but here,
Right.
so we have
why would he
intel.
have it?
But we have intel that somebody is bringing it to the hotel.
Right, no, my
He
point
happens
was-
to be at the hotel, and he's the most likely person to have it.
Right, I feel like it's more
I
likely
don't
for
know why
him
he's
to
the
have
most likely
stolen it.
person to have it.
No. Well, I think it's much more likely that he stole it than that he's trying to get his hands on it. Like that just doesn't.
Why?
Why would he even want the diamond? And how
why-
would he have known that like his partner didn't have it anymore?
He has a motive. I mean, proposing that they're
If
like,
he's-
Why would he want the $46 million unique diamond?
Because he knows he can trade
because
it
he's
for some
already
strange-
he's already a millionaire.
He's trading it for some kind of strange technology that apparently they needed to draw agents from all over the world to go hunt down.
Well,
So
somebody is
presumably it's
doing
worth
that.
$46 million.
Somebody is doing that. All I'm saying is it's not necessarily him.
And all I'm saying
Well-
is we're not operating under an innocent until proven guilty like
I'm not
set
even
of
talking about
circumstances.
like whether we can take him into a court of law. He's dead. It's too late. I'm talking about
I'm
how
just saying,
to be.
Mr. Pembroke, I think your theory is perhaps the one that's a slightly more far-fetched here.
So
Alright,
so here's
Fine. You can pretend to be whoever you want. Just don't tell me to impersonate a dead man when I have no idea what the dead man would be doing with the fake diamond that you have at a meeting that I called on the Prince of Monaco to set up for you. Do you understand my concerns?
Yeah, no. I don't think we actually want you to pretend to be Giannotti. I don't think anybody needs to pretend to be Giannotti.
So you want me to pretend to be an associate of Giannotti showing up with a
No, no,
diamond
no, no,
that
no.
he may or may not be supposed to have to sell it, maybe if that's what he's supposed to
No,
be doing.
I don't think we should assume that we know who was supposed to bring it to the meeting. I just think
Okay.
that it's like really unlikely that he was not the one to have the diamond. I don't know why he would want the diamond. Why he would be the one with the technology. We have no evidence that he had any technology in his room. That he had any technology he could bring from Graph Industries or whatever it's called that like has to do with this. I seriously
We
doubt
don't
that
have any
he's,
information that he had the diamond or had that to bring with him. Supposedly it belongs to Graf, not to him. So anything that belongs to Graf doesn't belong to him.
Well, okay, but we also have plenty of evidence to support that he does have the diamond. Namely, they split their relations publicly several weeks ago. He showed up to the exact city that they're in the hotel they're doing the meeting in the day of the meeting, and he had an empty diamond carrying case after being killed. I think that's a lot of arrows pointed in one direction.
No, I don't think you understand how arrows work. Like that. None of that points to him having the diamond. It points to him being involved in this, which we knew already.
well,
So you're
we
saying
didn't
he's the
really
one with
know
the tech?
already.
I'm
You
saying that
think
we
that's the
have-
more likely explanation?
I'm saying it doesn't matter if it's 25-75. If we don't know and we go in on this 75% guess and we're wrong, we get killed. And there's no reason to even go in on this 25-75 thing when we could just go there with the diamond and see what happens and play it when we have a little bit more information.
I think that's all we're
I'm saying.
suggesting we're doing. I think we're
I'm
just,
just saying-
talking out the possibilities ahead of time.
And I think the part where Giannotti is the one with the diamond is a slightly more likely scenario.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't care if it's 75-25, which is significantly more likely.
But shouldn't we prepare for the 75% side a little more than the 25% side, just because we have
What
more?
is the difference in what we do? Is there any difference? No, there's no difference in what we do. So let's
I mean,
just
it's
go.
still just the three people going into the meeting anyway.
Yes,
Right,
and
like,
two
no matter
people on
what.
backup in comms.
All right.
Makes sense.
All right,
yes?
let's go then.
I just think it's important to find out what's going on with these other like special forces people as well, and
We
you
have
know,
some time.
we obviously have hours left, right, for Thermopylae or myself or whoever to finish some some research. Like, we kind of want to know about this Lotus stuff that might help. Know a little bit more about these other people involved. Like that, going into this with a lot more knowledge would help.
So Thermopylae sort of speaks up. He says, I have an ID on the assassin. Looks like he used to do triad work about 10 years ago, but after that he must have either gone private or underground or retired. Not quite sure which, but he's definitely showing up on some pretty nasty jobs.
Well, he's done now.
Fair enough. I'll make a note.
Why would the Triads be after the stone? If he's still
Worth
working for them.
46 mil.
I guess he could still be freelancing. We don't know that he's still.
Well, the point was that it's not really worth anything. It's like a collectible.
Right. The diamond is not. It's
The diamond's like
impossible
completely
to fence.
unsellable.
Well, it's not impossible because somebody is trying to sell it for some kind of crazy tech to some clandestine.
Right, but meaning,
Okay,
meaning
sure,
like,
like, are you gonna
its-
sell it on
for
eBay?
its
No,
market
but-
value, right? Like it's our like potential inference last time was that it's just somebody who wants this, whether it's like to blackmail Graf for it or whether it's because they're just a private collector like himself and they want a pretty pink diamond. Like selling it for 46 million is basically impossible. Trading it as a unique item for another unique item, sure, that's possible.
Okay, I mean, that's fine, sure, but I mean, for the purpose of giving it some kind of meaningful value, more so than like a set of marbles from the toy store, somebody bought it for 46 million, right? When it was like legally available. So obviously that gives some kind of indication of like the value placed on this, even if you could not like fence it.
And it's even more valuable than that, right? Because it's
Right.
unique. So
Right.
the fact that someone was willing to pay that for it doesn't mean anything. What means something is that you can't get it any other way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but I think in a certain way, like as soon as it becomes off of the legal market, its intrinsic value is basically just as like a unique item, and it has nothing to do with how much somebody paid for it.
But here's the thing. The problem is that 46 million has zero value to many of these people. If you're a billionaire, 46 million is nothing. Something unique, you can't replicate. You see what I'm saying? So in some ways, this diamond is worth far more than any amount of money, because money is something that you have, that you move around, that's fine. This is unique.
Right, and that's our point. That it in a way it narrows down. Like, I mean, if you want to take some intuitive leap, it narrows down the kind of suspect pool for who would ultimately be trying to get this for their technology, right? To somebody who is one of these billionaires and maybe owns a large tech company or has connections to a tech company or something like that, right? Like we don't
It's
really
not someone
have a
looking for quick cash.
Right, exactly.
Right.
It's not just like some guys who like stole some tech and they're like, "Oh, give us the diamond and we'll fence it for 46 million and be rich."
Right. Whoever is after the diamond has a purpose in mind for it. We still don't know what they're trying to trade for it. We don't know who.
Right,
who-
that's
some
what's
sort
more
of
important,
technology
right?
which in a way is like more important because it seems like that's what everyone's converging here to stop, and yet we have even less information about that than we do about just the diamond and the trade of the diamond itself, which is a little odd.
So we have a good idea that the diamond won't be there tonight. A pretty good idea, as good as we're getting. But the technology, as far as we know, will still be there unless something that we haven't stumbled across. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only truth we can rely on at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also not even above just directly trying to understand the parties involved by like questioning the person with the email. Like, who the fuck is the archaeologist? Were you expecting Giannotti? Were you expecting somebody else? What's going on? What's going on at midnight?
Well, but I think that our top priority here is to get the technology. Getting people to question was a nicety. So let's keep that in mind.
not because that's an objective, because like I don't know that we're going to have a better way to find out exactly what's supposed to happen tonight, and it's still not even answered whether our friend the archaeologist is bringing the diamond, meaning bringing it to us to sell him the tech, or bringing it to us so we can trade it for the tech. Like, that's still completely unclear, and that person could simply answer that question. and then
Sure.
we would know whether like, hey, you've got the tech, give it to us, or hey, you're expecting XYZ to be there with the tech, we'll go in your place and get it for you.
I guess we could wait and see. Perhaps the archaeologist is the one behind the murder.
All right. Well, lots of theories. I guess we're gonna have to do. I was expecting things to move a lot faster than this, but that's okay. We can do another session next week. I think we've got plenty of stuff still left.
You want to do this next week? Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna continue this next week.
9:30,
It should end next week. I think. I expected it to end tonight, but that's all right. I thought it was a good session. Well, like I said, okay. So let's do XP real quick. So I'm going to give you guys. So I'm going to give you all 2 XP for discovering Alfredo Giannotti's sort of tenuous connections to the scene. I'll give you 1 XP for finding that he is in fact deceased. And I will give you. I think that's probably enough. What else happened? What happened early on? Mika bought a dress.
We just like met, we met William, and
A very nice dress it is.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll leave it at 3. We'll leave it at 3.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Nicely done.
All right. Interesting
All right.
stuff.
All right, suckers. I'm moving on to next rank.
Going on to the next
Tier
tier.
2.
Okay.
You got to find out
Yeah.
what happens at tier 2.
Tier 2.
Yeah. What is your tier 2 focus?
Well, is there other stuff that happens too, or is it just like that you get?
I'll have to look, Kev. I don't know. You
get
get
more
a whole
abilities.
set of new abilities.
You get new abilities for both your focus and your noun,
wow.
whatever that's
Mhm.
called, class.
Adjective. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Class. Right.
Okay, very good.
Type.
Well, we've come once again to the end of the session. Thank you guys for playing.
Sure.
Thanks everybody for watching. If you're watching us on the Twitch channel, go check out our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/live from beyond. If you're watching this on YouTube, you should come check out our Twitch channel every Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern. And I have no idea what time other time zones, but it is twitch.tv/live from beyond. All right. I guess that's about it. Any last words, players?
Thank
No?
you for
Okay.
jamming.
Great. Well,
GG.
thank you, everybody, and have a good night.